everyone, this is Toyin. Welcome back if you're an existing subscriber, and if you're not, welcome. Please like, share and subscribe, and yes, let's dive right into it. So if you've not seen the previous videos where I've discussed the allegations against TD Jakes and the video that I've done about Dwayne Youngblood and TD Jakes' accusers, please head on to my channel and watch those videos. This particular video is going to look at Cora Jakes Coleman. Coleman being her marital name, which she has since dropped. But Cora Jakes Coleman, I would say, is the most problematic of TD Jakes' children. Now, she has had a troubled past. It's been alleged that Cora had attempted suicide in the past and had also, has numerous mental health issues and has been sectioned on more than one occasion. Now, mental health is not something that I joke about or I speak lightly about because it can be a difficult thing. So I'm not here to disparage Cora Jakes for her mental health struggles, but I will say this, that Cora Jakes comes from a very, very affluent family, a very prominent and powerful family. And being the daughter of TD Jakes, coming from a religious and spiritual background the way she does, I would expect them to have gathered Cora together and nipped a lot of things that she's done in the bud. Now, I say that to say this. Cora has been accused of stealing somebody's child, stealing a baby. A lady called Michelle Loud has come out, has been saying for years, actually, since it happened, that when she was going through postnatal depression, Cora took advantage of her. Now, she grew up in the church in Porter's house with Cora, and she's known Cora since they were teenagers. They grew up as friends together. They were in the same friendship group and so on and so forth. So it's not like she was a total stranger to Cora. Now, Michelle had a teenage pregnancy and had multiple children by different fathers. And I think the child that Cora is alleged to have stolen might be her fourth child. I think she's a mother of 5. This boy, possibly her fourth child. And when she had him, she was in a bad state. She wasn't necessarily with the father of the child. She wasn't in a financially stable situation. And during this time, Cora, as a friend, either offered to assist her or she asked Cora for help. Whichever way it came, I don't know what came first, chicken or egg. Michelle ended up handing over the young baby to Cora for some time to help her look after the child while she got herself together. At a point, Cora fell in love with this baby and decided that when Michelle did come around and got to the point where Michelle had gotten herself together and wanted her baby back, Cora didn't feel that she was in a position to give the child up, and went around a system of manipulative behavior to adopt this child. So Michelle states that at a certain point, Cora approached her and asked her to sign a document concerning the boy. She was under the impression that this document was like a release to allow Cora to take the young boy, the baby, on holiday, but she didn't, or out of state. And then she later found out that it was actually a document giving up her parental rights to Cora, which is not something that she wanted to do. Subsequently, the lawyer that was used to file the adoption papers was a lawyer or a judge that goes to the Potter's house. So there was a conflict of interest because that person goes to the Potter's house. The whole thing is a debacle. Michelle alleged that she wasn't aware that she had a certain time frame within to change her mind that she wasn't giving up her parental rights. And even if she could, rescind the decision, she didn't even know that it was a decision she'd made at the time because she thought she signed a release document. She also claims that the document wasn't filed for a long time, and she was under the impression that the document had been filed. She claims that she was supposed to have access to her son, but after a while, Cora cut off access to her son and access to his siblings as well, which are Michelle's other children. Michelle claims that she was brought to some kind of, well, she claimed it was an exorcism, that she was tricked into some kind of exorcism by Cora and members of the Potter's house. They invited her to this house and started singing songs of worship and started speaking in tongues and praying in tongues over her, laying hands on her, rubbing her with oil. To me, that just sounds like some kind of demonic spiritual ritual to make her release her hold on her child. And she said that after they done all this, one of the pastors came up to her and said that her child, the child in question that Cora forcibly adopted, was not meant for her. It was meant for Cora and Cora's husband. So she basically claims that, she was attacked on all levels. She was attacked legally. She was attacked spiritually. She was attacked psychologically to giving up her son. And she is very, very vocal about the fact that she does not want to give up her son. Aside from that, Michelle has also made other allegations against Cora, stating that Cora is a closet homosexual and that she, likes the company of women. This is what Michelle alleges. Now, I don't know whether that is true or not. It's neither here nor there. But in the sense that her father has been accused of much the same thing, but in a very predatory fashion, one has to wonder if the apple hasn't fallen too far from the tree. Aside from that, her marriage blew up in the most spectacular fashion. Absolutely awful. Her husband, Mr. Coleman, was accused of essaying her elder daughter for years, since the child was 9 years old. So the young girl is a teenager now. But this man, this disgusting human being, was found guilty of assaulting Cora's elder daughter. And Michelle is incensed by that, because Michelle stated that she wasn't notified that there was abuse going on in the home, that she should have been notified because her son is in that home. But I don't know if that would have been at the forefront of Cora's mind, because as far as she's concerned, she's adopted the boy and he's her son, and she's dealing with a bigger fire, bigger storm, which is that her husband of over a decade had touched up her daughter. Very disgusting. Apparently, the testimony of the daughter was so compelling that this man was sentenced to 20 years on 2 counts of abuse. He was sentenced to 20 years on both counts. So he is currently in prison serving time for that. Absolutely awful, absolutely terrible. Cora herself is a minister at the Potter's house. She preaches and she evangelizes, and she gets on the pulpit and talks to people about God and how they should lead their lives. But your life is pretty much a shitstorm, basically. So are you in a position to lead? This is part of the things that I'm talking about. This family, absolutely crazy. Her mother and her father, TD Jakes, what your daughter has done. According to Michelle, by your admission, what she's done is wrong. That's what Michelle said about Sarita Jakes. The Sarita Jakes admitted that what Cora has done is wrong and it wasn't right. And they believe Michelle, that Michelle did not mean to give up her baby. Yet and still, you have supported Cora in this behavior. But then you will get on the pulpit and minister to people not to wrong their neighbors. But you're doing the most wicked, evil things in your family. One has to wonder what kind of people these people are. To steal a whole baby, to deny a mother of her child, to deny siblings of their younger brother, to lead this fake life. Now, arguably, Michelle has stated that Cora has been helpful to her. Cora has taken her in, but at what cost? The cost is great. The cost is mighty. Michelle states that Cora is an extremely manipulative woman, and that she's known for being extremely manipulative. It's just a terrible, terrible situation. I would like to know what your thoughts are. Please comment. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. But it's just absolutely shocking, the things that go on in the Jakes family. And I think we need to call it out. We need to call it out so that it doesn't repeat itself, so that wrongs can be righted, corrected as far as possible. And, I'd be interested to see if this should come out in the wash once the whole TD Jakes controversy and everything blows up and comes out more and more and more. I just think that this is something that we need to be aware of. And hopefully Michelle will be in a position to bring her family together with the young boy that was adopted. Now, at this point, I don't think that the boy can be returned to Michelle, because the mother that he knows, right or wrong, is Cora. The sister that he knows is the young lady that was touched up by Cora's ex-husband. The family that she knows is the Jakes family. Those are her grandparents. Those are her uncles and her aunts, her cousins, because Sarah Jakes has a lot of children, about 6 children. Those are her cousins. So, or those are his cousins rather. So it would be very difficult for this young boy to be returned to Michelle. I think that there should be a way in which they can co-parent. She should be given more access, and I don't know, or maybe Cora's just waiting until he becomes 18 and then he can make that decision on his own and reach out to her on his own, because I'm sure it can't feel good, all the things that Michelle is saying. But Michelle is in pain, and she's speaking from a position of pain. So anyway, that's what I have on this very, very sad situation. It's actually brought me down. I think I'm gonna have a lie down after this, because when I think about it, it's just very distressing. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, bye.